We're up. Jimmy?
Hey everybody. We're back here in K-Brand Studios, as you can no doubt see. Lots of complications for our first little main run in the studio. We're back here, because it's Labor Day. He's on. I'll wait for you guys to populate. Jimmy, did you start a watch party?
I'm doing it.
Okay. Doom, doom, doom. I don't see your watch party, dude. The number's going to be on the screen. We need some callers today. I don't know if we'll play our cringy game, but we definitely have some fun videos to watch. I won this $1 from Jimmy right here.
Whatever. I mean, what a guest. Yeah, this was...
A guess.
This is a epoxy resin compound that was used to...
All right, we got people populating. Let's do this.
Reseal a timing chain cover to a Ford Flex engine block. Didn't have a
Here we go.
caulk gun, so we had to use a C-clamp. Pretty ingenious.
You are now listening to...
Oh, they're coming to rob us and rape us, and they're coming.
I don't know where you're hearing that, but literally nobody's saying that.
I know English people that aren't supposed to be here, but I don't complain about them.
I'm not trying to out you, but I
get
want...
me in a gotcha moment.
No gotchas, because I do gotchas, but it's not a gotcha, okay?
They all know you as like a Alex Jones apologist.
Yeah, pretty much. Alt-right adjacent, I think.
Alt-right adjacent.
Is it
liar?
What else?
A racist?
Uh-huh.
A lunatic?
Uh-huh. An N-word hater.
No.
But in the event of an emergency, your regular exit might not be the quickest or safest way out.
This emergency exit is painted on!
There's no way out! There's no way out!
That's right. This is Emergency Exit. This is what it sounds like when worlds collide, trying to break that divide. You guys know what we're talking about. This is episode 119. Today is September 2nd, 2019. We're broadcasting from K-Brand Studios in our floating tin can.
Far above the world.
I am Los. Follow me on Twitter at That's Right Los. Joining me as always is Jimmy Orange Man Bad Preston. Of course, rocking that board, making shit happen is Brandon the Hard Hat Mitchell. Welcome everybody to another episode. We are back here in K-Brand Studios. Hope he's right here.
Yeah, right there. Right in between.
How you doing, Brando?
I'm doing good, Jimmy.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Sorry you had to drive to and fro
His eyeline's right here.
to Houston today.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
I mean, got to go there to get the job done.
Yeah.
That's what it takes, man.
Houston,
Lickety
man.
split, get her done.
Houston.
It's terrible.
It's a pretty
Terrible
shitty
time.
drive.
The immediate area where I work, the streets around it are fucking horrendous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, you're getting in early and you're getting out early, but just a daily commute to Houston sounds terrible.
Yeah.
I myself, I enjoyed the commute today. It was a holiday, it being Labor Day, so all the people that complain about socialism and labor unions and stuff, they've got the day off. They're barbecuing. They're at the pool because of labor unions. Give it up for labor unions. Am I right? Can we get a...
No.
I've never been part of a union, so I have no idea.
You know, there are some good unions, but most of the unions out there are. We should get into a union episode.
I mean, look, we got 5 days.
And you're forced to
a 5-day work week because of labor unions.
I don't mind having the day off. Enjoy your silly little day.
40 hours is a full work week, and so I don't know.
Why was Labor Day invented?
Labor Day, and I enjoyed my commute into work.
Why do we celebrate Labor Day? Can you tell me why?
It's because it's, you know, if you've got a real shitty boss, this is the only day that maybe you get off.
Yeah, so one day someone was like, we're going to invent Labor Day because we have shitty bosses. Oh, okay, take a day off. No, I mean, dude, it started during the Industrial Revolution, where you had people working 12, 18-hour days, you know, basically with no break there.
Have you not worked?
And then unions were actually a good thing back then.
Yeah. Back then there was no like safety standards. You could have like hundreds of people in one factory floor, and then no like escape.
Their job is done
in the case of fire.
The unions did their
multiple
job.
stories of people burning up because the bosses didn't take care of their safety, getting ground up.
We got it. It wasn't safe back there. We have OSHA now. But then that was back then, and then it's still happening now. It's not happening in the numbers it happens. I'm sure it's way better. Trust. I mean, that's why what do you need a union for?
You know what?
Why do you need to? Why are they force you to pay into a union?
You need a union, man.
You don't need a union.
You need somebody to represent you. Look, well,
you're not
with an apathetic workforce. We need unions because they are not going to.
Well,
they're not going to pay attention.
Tell you what,
so
look
they
at the
need
number.
Somebody to look out for their best interest.
Look at the number we've got down here. Give us a call.
What's the number?
It's
830.
I didn't want to say it.
Okay, don't say it
because we
875-0637.
You can call this after hours and leave a message.
Call the number now and talk to us live.
We might pick it up.
So we got a lot of stuff on the show. Right?
Dude, I've got a little Beto news here. Just him kicking out a reporter. We've got what else?
We're
gonna do some Trump talk here. We're gonna definitely do some Trump talk here. I've got a lot of good stuff.
You know what?
Second coming of Trump. We've got
he's the best.
Him attacking AOC.
I love it.
I think you need therapy for this last story there.
Yeah.
Besides that, I've got a lady fighting to keep her vanity plates. Something called Home of the Brave. You better only bang your love gun at home. A story where, you know, basically it would make someone like Ted Cruz not be an American citizen. And he wrote that headline. We've also, if we got time, first vape-related death reported, an emotional support horse allowed on a plane.
Yeah, it's important.
And I really want to try to talk about straight pride that happened in Boston. We're definitely going to put that in the show.
What is your angle on that, though? What straight pride, was there a parade?
There was a parade that happened in Boston.
Okay. And
maybe that could be our first story. Let's do that first story first, but we have to do the Brute World Order. We're getting way too into it already.
What are you going to say,
Brandon,
about this?
We happen to have the authority.
I'm switching over to this. Okay.
We've got.
What do we got?
The White Claw. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone knows about it. This was
ain't no laws if there's clouds.
Everyone's been saying that lately. It's a hard seltzer,
spiked sparkling water with a hint of black cherry.
You know who can say it best here? Let's make it Jimmy's job to read us the description in a sexy, sultry voice.
The Legend of White Claw. White Claw Hard Seltzer takes its inspiration from the legend of the White Claw wave. When three perfect crests come together to create a moment of pure refreshment, we set out to make something as purely refreshing as this. The result? White Claw Hard Seltzer, made pure and full of black cherry.
It's a little bit of an improvisation. Improv. I kind of winged it.
Wung it. Sometimes I'd say wung it. Yeah.
Yeah. There wasn't a specific White Claw black cherry definition. I guess they didn't waste any marketing dollars on trying to delineate between black cherry, lemon, lime, and what else? what other flavors do they have? Is it like a
Mango,
coconut?
they've got a whole 70
Mango.
calorie one where right
Well-
now, I didn't even know this. I should have looked. You got 2 grams of carbs, 100 calories, and natural flavors, 2 grams of carbs. So that's
This stuff
not
is
too
great.
bad, not too
I've
bad.
enjoyed it multiple times. Brando, have you had one? Let's
a
crack
Miller
'em.
Lite
I've
has
had
the
one.
same amount.
Let's crack them. Let's
do it.
Let's crack
Hold
'em.
up. I'm trying to.
What are you
We're
doing?
doing live now.
Oh yeah, I forgot I was live.
Boom. Sorry, hey guys. We're trying to get on. Did I
Okay.
even post that?
I'm
shit?
cracking mine.
He's cracking it. All right. Sorry. I'm so sorry. What? Those don't last very long, so you got to drink them quick.
Yeah, you gotta drink them quick. And
Somehow Topo, and I've said this a million times, and I know that this guy fucking Hardhat can back this up, where there's something about Topo Chico. It just stays bubbly
Well,
for a long time.
Yeah.
you can crack one, drink half of it, leave, go, like go hang out at your buddy's house, then maybe go hit a bar or two, come back, have a couple tacos, and you're like, man, I wish I would have gotten a topo. And then you see your half topo from 8 hours ago. It seems cold because it's so refreshing.
Yeah.
But it is bubbly and it is warm, but you'll drink it all.
That's
you'll,
right.
You'll enjoy it. So anyway, so I digress.
Yeah,
White
that's
Claw.
a good advertisement for White Claw. Let's talk about Topo Chico.
I give it a 4.2 because it is refreshing, and this is something I could drink a bunch of because I don't feel like it's too sugary.
Yeah, I feel the same way. What do you think, Brando?
I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
Okay, ding
Yeah.
ding. This is scoring pretty big. I like this very much so.
And you know what? I want to hear what you have to say. But my sister says they're great for cruising around a camp resort in your golf cart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. They're great for sitting in a canoe,
That sounds
going
good.
down Lady Lake. I was thinking Lady Bird Lake,
Lady Bird Lake.
or Austin Lake. Now they call
Lady
it.
Bird Lake.
Chilling on a fucking canoe.
Lady Bird Lake on my brass bed.
But
Isn't
sitting
that-
on, yeah, dude, anywhere is good for a claw. So I agree.
Yeah,
that's
you're
just
right,
a good
sis.
place. So
What were you going to say? You love it?
I
you hate it?
I like it a lot. It's very good, and I think I will rate this a 4.5. It's up there. It's not the best thing in the world because it tastes.
No laws.
It tastes
if
sort
there's
of
laws.
like the fake sugar. It doesn't taste like real sugar. Like it tastes like the diet shit. If you guys ever the aspartame, is that what they call that stuff? The fake sugar they put in those colas is what it tastes like to me.
It's right here written in bold face. It says with a hint of black cherry. So that means not a lick of black cherry. It's a hint. It's like probably would
Just enough to let you think it's there.
Cherry juice.
black cherry.
Cherry juice. That's all they put in there. Anyways, we digress.
Okay,
That's
so,
the
yeah,
brew
that's
world
Brew
order,
World
guys. What do you think?
All right,
Get that
everybody,
straight
buckle up.
pint stuff up.
We've got some serious stuff to talk about now.
It's the brew world.
Got the nonsense out of the way. It's just what we drink.
So I think you're recording. Is that USB through button on?
Yes.
Turn that off.
I mean, it's down.
The USB.
Now it is up.
Okay.
You good?
Give it just a second, folks. Sorry here.
Edit point.
Hey,
Well.
and then so this
I
is
think
a
that's
good
good,
moment
okay.
for me to say next week we move, I think, semi-permanently to the Austin Public Studios over there at AFS. We're going to be broadcasting live on Channel 10.
That's right.
If you're in the Austin Metroplex and you've got Sprint or Verizon or AT&T, what is it?
Couldn't they just also go online?
No.
Does it
What
stream
are
online?
the cable companies?
AT&T, Sprint, Verizon,
No,
Google Fiber.
Google Fiber, and CastleNet. What is the
Sure, wow.
cable
Never heard that
company?
Grande?
Spectrum, and then I think Grande is the other one. Okay,
Okay, go ahead.
So anyway, you can tune into
You don't
Channel
have to plug
10.
all of them.
Tune into Channel 10. I mean, go and sign up for all of the cable companies.
Is that what you?
Is what I'd like.
But they can't watch it online.
You can watch it. Oh, you can watch it online on our
stream.
But I don't think we would. We'll be doing our specific stream here on Facebook. It would have.
When will then be now?
We had a lot of internet problems there, and we couldn't.
Well, that was. Are
we gonna fix all that shit?
I mean, that was God, man.
No, we have a fix for that.
Do we
just need to get a splitter for the internet?
A hub.
Yep, for the internet.
A network hub.
Yep.
Well,
so
either
if
way,
anybody wants to donate a network hub, message Brando at emergencyexitpodcast.com.
That's it.
that's right.
Nailed it.
Let's see.
So-
Anything to read here?
And then
Nope. Terrorist, no tourist, says Todd Michael.
what?
That's what he said.
What's that mean?
I don't know.
Is that the guy that was shooting up Plano, Texas? Where was it that the shootings were
Brandon, you got that
earlier this
straight
weekend?
pride stuff up?
Oh, you want that one?
Yeah. Sorry, I told you I was going to go in order.
Was that
and
guy-
Yeah, and then
I jumped promptly out of order.
Was that guy a
Yeah,
tourist
give me a sec.
terrorist?
That's what Todd Michael says. Hey, thanks for joining us, guys. It's a little casual. So we're playing with some news here.
It's a holiday.
It's a holiday, man. Labor Day. Bullshit holiday, but hey, it's not bullshit. It was really good at one point. That's what we should celebrate, by having that. But
Listen,
really,
I
it's
work
a fake
I work
holiday. It's a
right
bank
next
holiday.
to a labor union.
Yeah.
Our building is
The AOC slams.
it is right next to a labor
First
union.
one.
And then, I've got stories, man. I've got buddies
this one,
that their dads were like managers of
but have that one
plants in Detroit and in like auto plants. And then so, the thing is, you got so many employees, you got to set up these rules. And this is where I understand like your, hey man, there's too many laws thing. But the hey, there's too many laws thing is just such a blanket thing. It's like, why can't we fly? You can't just throw that one out there. You got to like point out the law that you don't like, and then let's legislate it out. So hold on. So what I'm saying is, in some of these stories, I would understand like this guy was talking to one of his employees, and he's on the assembly line, and he's like, "Hey, boss, the manager's been running me ragged, and he's making me do a bunch of things that I'm coded out for." And so I'm hearing this story, right? And he's telling us about this guy that's saying he's coded out. And it's coded out. Well, what are your codes? And the codes were I'm a 52 and I'm a 29. Well, 52 means that like his shoulder, he's not allowed to do this, right? And then 29 means that he's not able to do this, right? And it's because he had an injury, and so the doctor coded him out on these codes, and then so he's not allowed to do any machinery on the assembly line that does this or does this, right? But what the boss, the line guy, put him on something that does this or does this, right? So he's complaining.
Okay, go on.
And then he asks him, he's like, "Hey man, so okay, I'll work on this, but hey, tell me, how did you get to work today? Like,
I drove to work.
he drove to work. Okay. When you got in your car, what did you do?" He's like, "Well, I got in my car and I put the stick shift in from park to drive." And he's like, "Okay." And then did you back straight out of your driveway, or did you have to turn the wheel? He's like, "Yeah, I had to turn the wheel." And then what? How'd you go forward? And he's like, "Well, I put it from reverse into drive, and then what? Did you just hit the gas and the steering wheel automatically?" "No, I had to move it and blah blah." So what I'm saying is,
Dude, what the fuck
that
are
guy
you going on
hurt.
about?
He hurt himself,
Yeah.
and he was not supposed to be using those things. So they should have been picking him up from
What does
his
this
house.
have to do with fucking unions, for Christ's sake?
the unions fought for the right of him
They got the
to
right.
not
I
have
agree
to
with
do
you.
this.
Dude, I absolutely agree. See, if you just stop blabbering on for 2 minutes there, you'll hear that I'm totally fine with what labor unions used to do. Now they're completely corrupt. They're lame. You have to pay into something that you might not want. It's totalitarianism, and I'm sure that is unconstitutional.
Well, okay.
Paying for something you don't want.
But this is what I'll tell you. Like, as an actor, I'm an actor.
Yeah, you think
I'm
you
an
are.
actor.
You're a pretty good actor.
So I've not joined the Actors Guild. I've been offered and done enough stupid stuff. Like, it's like, really, that I could sign up for the guild. And then they take a cut of all your checks.
Okay.
Okay, they take a cut, and then if you do enough, if you work enough to get to a certain threshold, then you're like guaranteed some sort of help with retirement. You know, that's one of the nice things about, like, if you're a journeyman electrician and you're doing your own books, but you're in the union and you're paying your dues and blah blah blah. Well, they can help you with cheaper insurance with when you're older and stuff, or your self-employed insurance and stuff like that. They offer benefits, and they also fight for you. It's all lobbying, dude. This is all, and you pay your dues to the union so that they can lobby at the state legislature and the federal legislature for your benefits and
your money.
Every small lobby goes to a bigger conglomerate, and there's a federal lobby, and then blah blah blah. So what's the problem? What do we hate about lobbies? Tell me, what do we hate?
It's basically legal bribery.
Okay, I believe it.
Right? Isn't that what lobbies are?
Sometimes they
actually in Latin. If you go back into the Latin actual etymology behind that, it actually means, give them your money and you're fucked.
Well,
let's do some news, man.
Jimmy.
Was that not a story about?
No, we're not doing unions.
How did we get on?
We were talking about stupid Labor Day.
We've got the news, yeah. We've got the news with
Jimmy.
That's right. It's so funny. You had no idea that I was just fucking saying. We were talking about how shitty. It's fine. It's a made-up holiday, and I think any holiday that falls on a Monday, every first Monday of September, or you know what I mean, like that.
Right.
That's a holiday. I certainly don't get them off at work, so that's why I don't consider it a real holiday. And then you look into the actual meaning behind Labor Day, and you're like, oh, okay, great. I see that we're celebrating really that mobs or unions helped us back in the day, and we're good to go. And then it got us into the whole union talk.
Okay.
We're not going to get back into it. That's the thing.
I will just say, look up, what is that town? God dang it. What is it in Colorado, man? It was a Carnegie town. They were mining, and there was a revolt from the workers. They weren't getting paid enough. And then the guy that was managing the thing for Carnegie, he just hired mercenaries and came and shot them boys down. Shot them down.
Was
it was
the
a
Ludlow massacre?
The Ludlow massacre. And maybe
All right,
that's it.
I've got this story from Fox News, baby. They are good on a NewsGuard. Let's see where they rate on NewsGuard. This website generally maintains the basic standards of credibility and transparency.
Okay,
they got some X's here.
But who is NewsGuard? You brought this up. I didn't know you were going to make that part of the show.
I wanted
NewsGuard. Does anybody know what this NewsGuard is? Because it sounds like SnoozeGuard to me.
All right. AOC slams street pride parade in Boston. Event ends with police injuries. Dozens of arrests. This is the report here by Garen Keith Gaynor. Fox News, that's right.
All right.
Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Chapete slammed a straight pride parade, that's in quotes, in Boston on Saturday. And what she said appeared to be a lack of women, calling it a, quote, struggle with masculinity.
Okay, so okay, go ahead. Keep going.
Quote, for men who allegedly so proud of being straight, they seem to show real incompetence at attracting women to their event. Ocasio wrote with a retweet of footage from the march. Seems like a I struggle with masculinity parade to me. Anyways, I wanted to talk about this straight parade and what you guys think about the straight parade. Should these guys that want to celebrate straightness be allowed to do so? What do you think, Jimmy?
This is what I think. I think that, there's going to be a day when white people are a minority in this country.
Okay.
And I think at that point,
They can do that?
white pride parades will be okay.
Okay, sure.
Only then. Not while a
I
majority.
guess you're the one that gets to make all the rules in the world.
I'm just saying.
It's your opinion.
I think some people would jump on board with this, and then I think it's kind of silly to have a straight pride parade, and it smells of a anti-gay pride parade. Now.
Is the gay pride parade an anti-straight parade?
It is not an anti-straight parade.
Okay, so
A gay pride is not an anti-straight parade.
What makes you think that this straight parade is anti?
Because I'm going to guess that if I was to look through the photos of this parade, I might see something that says a man and a man equals sin, or some sort of. Is there anything that might be anti-gay in this parade?
No. So
Not
actually,
one thing.
There are people that are marching on this side that are transgender, transsexual, and also.
Am I
gay.
generalizing on
No.
these straight
I'll tell you what.
pride
The
people?
grand marshal of the straight parade was Milo Yiannopoulos, who is of course, former Breitbart.
Nobody knows who that is.
Everyone knows who that is. You don't because you don't pay attention.
Nobody knows who Milo Yiannopoulos is.
What's it? How do you pronounce his last name? Yiannopoulos.
Yiannopoulos.
Is he the guy that was? We
Can you put a picture up of
played
him?
his dumb video of him like mocking the gay reporter.
Mocking the gay reporter. He's
Remember
himself a gay man who's a reporter married to a black dude.
Milo Yiannopoulos.
Yeah, it's gonorrhea.
Okay.
Milo gonorrhea.
Gonorrhea.
Here's Milo here. Just
So he's a Breitbart guy.
Yeah, he used to be a writer, or he's not on it anymore. Who knows? I forget his actual story of what with him and Breitbart.
Okay.
But he's very controversial. He's considered alt-right, even though he said he was alt-right at one point and then realized what kind of assholes are part of the alt-right and then soon denounced them and left that, but he's still being labeled as a far-right fucking Nazi.
He's gorgeous. So
He's pretty gorgeous.
He ran this.
Woo.
He ran this.
Darling. He talks like this. Darling, you don't even know.
Look at
Darling.
that haircut. That
Because-
is something.
Darling.
I could rock that.
Darling,
I
James,
could
James,
rock that.
darling, you don't even know. You
Wait,
love
wait,
Trump.
wait.
Trump's
Go
gorgeous.
up. Go up. That one right there. No, with the clouds behind him. Let me see that one. Yeah, that's power. that's everything about that is power.
He's one of the original
So-
ones that got kicked off of Twitter.
So now I want to
Deep
go
Black-
to the straight parade. Okay, tell me more about the straight parade.
Well, this is coming from Fox, as I said before. The straight parade, straight
maybe.
parade was met with counter protesters and reportedly led to a handful of officers suffering injuries and almost 36 arrests. The controversial rally held in the downtown area led to a clash between Super Happy Fun America, a group that organized the parade, and and protesters who criticized the event as homophobic. Yeah, I'll read that again. There was a clash between Super Happy Fun America.
I mean, because look, this is all a giant troll, right?
This is exactly what it is.
This
It's
is
a giant troll of this.
You are an organization.
These guys are just coming out to have fun and fucking be pro-Trump.
They're calling themselves Super Happy Fun America.
Super Happy Fun America.
And they organize a straight parade. I mean, listen.
And as a matter of fact, this first picture, if you scroll down to that, you got that first picture up.
This is the thing that I keep telling
That's the wrong
everybody, and I don't know how to. I want to go door to door.
The first,
and
we're
just
still on the Fox
I want to
article.
just shake everywhere. I mean, do you understand that we are all human beings?
Yeah.
We are all human beings. Like whether you live on this block, whether you live in the next town,
That's
whether
right.
you live in the next state, whether you live in the next country, whether you're
That
in the
first
next
picture, yeah.
continent,
Yeah.
the next other country and stuff, you know, or you're on the space station, you know, we are all human beings, and we gotta freaking just understand that.
That's right.
Okay, and we keep deifying these people that are running things in our government and that are on the media.
What's your point?
My point is
You
this:
get off in these tangents.
They are humans just like us. We voted them in. We can stop this. Only us can stop this, and we need to vote. I don't care if you're voting for the wrong side.
I'm not letting you hijack this
I don't
fucking
care
story.
if you're voting for the right side.
Listen.
I'm talking.
Look at the
you've
picture
got
that I
to
have up
vote.
here.
Yeah, what
Put
do you
that
want?
picture up.
A bunch of
Look at that. That's
bunch
a
of people that look
that's
like
a
me.
transgender.
Bunch of people with mullets.
Yeah, you know, regular people.
Yeah.
The Boston Police Department said its plans to review officers' use of force during the demonstrations and also look into reports of 4 officers who suffered non-life-threatening injuries. About 200 people marched in the Straight Pride Parade to celebrate traditional families and defend heterosexuality, reported the Boston Globe. Marchers were reportedly outnumbered along the parade route by thousands of protesters who gathered behind police barricades.
And then may I say something about that?
Police.
Because look,
Near City Hall.
Look
at these people.
This is the new America that has been decreed to us by the chosen one.
Yeah.
We need to understand that there will be trolls. There are going to be KKK rallies. There are going to be white pride rallies. There are going to be.
All right.
This
Go
is
ahead.
going to happen.
Go ahead.
But we
Don't get into another
We
tangent.
need to go to them
We're going to take fucking 3 hours to do this
and
show.
resist with love. Like go and just be like, you know,
Parade
if you pray,
participants.
you'd say,
held
I
up-
pray for you.
They held up signs. These are the.
Me, I'm gonna be like, guys, I really wish that we could have a conversation about this because you know your hatred has no place in a modern society, and that's what we need to do is open the dialogue to stop this stuff.
All right,
and
I'm reading on. Are you get on these goddamn tangents over here?
Well, because I'm right.
You're
Because-
not wrong. But
not
you know
wrong.
what? Here's the thing. If these fucking people were just able to have their fucking parade, just like we, you know,
Yeah.
what's wrong with having a parade for being something that you're proud
Okay,
of?
but like them having
Same thing with white
them
pride.
having
I don't fucking care if these fuckers have their fucking white pride meeting. I don't give a fuck. Let them do their shit. If they get crazy, we've got fucking arms and we
Okay,
can take care
look,
of them. If they
we-
come after us, there's nothing wrong
the,
with
the
people.
laws are there to protect the minority. The minority in that situation was the people that thought it was important.
somehow
to
the
go
minority gets
and-
all this privilege
and
now,
defend
which is fine,
heterosexuality.
but somehow-
heterosexuality is not
Jesus,
under
Murphy.
attack. Heterosexuality is not under attack. If you are a heterosexual person, you can
Because it's
go and
natural.
talk to another heterosexual person, and you can coerce them into letting your parts go into their parts. you
Jesus,
know,
Murphy.
with conversation. Tell them how much you make.
Let's see.
Lie about
Susie
it. Maybe.
Bannon says, "Sounds awfully white and straight of you." Well, first of all, I'm Filipino, and I am definitely straight. So we got
What's that?
what
say?
is that? We need to
We need to kiss each other, guys.
Okay, there it is. And who said that? Some guy jacking off at home.
I'm not scared.
Something
to kiss.
Fournier last name.
Listen.
Anyway,
This is the thing. I don't think I remember what we were talking about.
okay. Let's go to that next link where we have the photos of the Straight Pride Parade and counter protests in Boston. This comes from Boston.com. A Straight Pride Parade and counter demonstration went off in Boston Sunday with blah 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 blah. I just want to show the pictures, just telling us the same thing that I just read you guys.
Yeah.
There you have the flight supremacy. This is called.
So
This is what was going on. They had a counter protest called "Fight Supremacy."
And that's what
hands off our pride.
Yeah, and that's
You
what I'm
can't
saying.
have our pride.
There's a
we invented pride and you stole it.
there's a majority
We want it back.
there's a majority of counter
Is that what it's like?
protesters over the actual paraders, right?
That's right. Keep
So-
scrolling down. Look at this. Just JP performs during of course, that counter protest rally.
So
Just
is
a
that
beautiful woman there? Woman
crush white supremacy, proud? I mean,
proud to be queer. Look at this chick staring
This
down,
is what
staring
we
down
should
the
do,
fucking
though.
cops. Go down a little bit. Look at that, staring down everybody.
This is what I'm saying, though. The whole decorum has
She's
gone
so tough, guys.
by the wayside.
She's real tough.
She's don't be making fun of them. I mean, look.
I'm not making fun of them. I'm saying look at them.
Because where are your straight pride
What can I
people?
say? Look at them.
Are
What
these
a-
the counter
judge for
protesters?
yourself.
Are these the counter protesters that you're showing me pictures of?
Yeah,
Let me-
this
let me
tough
see
lady-
the straight priders. Because I can't imagine that.
This was one of them right here.
Okay,
Parade
yeah,
organizer.
okay. How easy would it be for me to make fun of that guy?
Dude,
I'm not
totally.
gonna do
I
it.
look at him and
Not gonna
go
do
up,
it.
Go up.
He is totally
that
straight.
guy.
He's never had sex, but he is straight. And good for you, my friend.
All right, go down.
Okay,
scroll
all
down,
those people.
and just keep scrolling down to the rest of them. And then here, I
end
want
of
to show
their
you the two
bloodline.
guys holding hands
Yeah.
here.
Are they pro or anti?
Well, I would just tell you, take a look at his hat there. The man on the right's
what's it
hat.
say, a MAGA?
It's a MAGA hat. That's right.
They now make them in a white mesh. That's
Dude, you
they've
can get it
always
done
made 'em
anywhere.
like that.
I've never liked them because they
Anyways,
just weren't breathable.
that's that.
You know, that's why I never went.
well,
for
now
Trump.
now they went full trucker hat.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to this. Let's go
Their only
to
demographic left.
Hey guys, what do you think about that? Give us a call if
Wait,
you have
yeah.
any questions. You guys
Call
want
us.
to try to go.
The number's on the bottom of the
That's
screen.
right. Let's go to this Breitbart.com. We talked about Breitbart a little earlier. Do you trust Breitbart as a source? NewsGuard does, and NewsGuard, I do think they're a non-bias sort of thing. They a fact checker, if you will.
But okay, but if they were on a seesaw, right, left,
they're definitely on the right.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You know
So
what?
you understand
But
that.
that's the thing. Breitbart, Daily Wire, these
Yeah.
guys are real news, but they
Okay,
absolutely
but real
but they
news-
say that they're
but-
they
but-
say that
but
they're
they
conservative.
they choose what they report on. They choose.
What, you don't
the
think CNN
angle.
chooses what they report on?
No, they
you
totally
think that
do.
a newspaper doesn't
They-
try to,
They totally do.
but one they have a bias.
But I'm saying this one does too.
And
so you
of course-
can't
no,
say
no,
this
I'm
one
totally
is
with you.
this one is the absolute truth. But CNN is lying and skewed.
No.
and-
See, that's the
and-
thing. You think I'm trying to make you go? Oh, no, I'm just saying. Listen, I'm saying it's Breitbart, CNN. But the thing is,
But
CNN
Breitbart's a bunch of cocksucks.
Well, you can say that about them, but you got CNN, who is they say they're fair and balanced. They are not fair and balanced, right?
They are.
They are not fair and balanced.
No, fair and balanced is Fox.
No, it's not
Yeah,
Fox.
Yeah, it's Fox News.
Hey
They say
man,
they're
I got
fair
my
and
problems with
balanced.
Fox too. They also do say
that's their tagline.
none of them actually.
Fox, fair and balanced.
As if
Yeah.
it's got to be CNN. I'm pretty sure it's CNN.
No.
But either way, dude, Fox News, CNN, they both have a side, but neither of them are fair and balanced to
Right.
each other.
Okay.
Bottom line, is that fine? That's the bottom line.
Let's talk
Breitbart here.
about Breitbart News.
So we're gonna watch this video. Breitbart News challenge Beto O'Rourke on Charlottesville very fine people hoax.
and then this is the other thing. Okay, we're reading
Get
this
that
from
ready.
Breitbart.
Well, we have a fucking video,
It's
so
Breitbart reporting. Breitbart totally has a gotcha moment with blah blah blah.
they would do something like that. Yeah.
Did
Does that bother you? Does
Well,
that
let
trigger
me
you?
just ask you
Does that
this.
make you? Ooh, oh my
Did
god! I
any-
hate these guys.
Did anybody else report on a Breitbart reporter getting Beto?
Let's see. Actually, I do have.
You don't have to look it up right now. I'm just saying for future reference.
All right, Breitbart News asked former Representative Robert Francis O'Rourke, Democrat from Texas,
Right.
Democratic presidential hopeful, about his remark Monday evening at the College of Charleston, in which he repeated the very fine people hoax about President Donald Trump's reaction to the riots in Charlottesville, Virginia in 2017. Let's play
But
that
there's
video.
good people on both sides.
President Trump, after Charlottesville, said that he condemned the white supremacists and the neo-Nazis totally. Are you aware that you're misquoting him or partially quoting him, not quoting the full extent of his remarks in Charlottesville? Are you concerned that that might inflame tensions rather than heal divisions?
No, I believe in the truth and in being honest about what the president's doing. And it's not just that he referred to Klansmen as very fine people. It is that he attempted to ban all people of one religion from this country, or constantly warned of an invasion of killers and rapists and animals from Central America and Mexico, though we know that they commit crimes at a far lower rate than those who are born in this country. This is a very coordinated attack on minorities in this country, on the most vulnerable and the defenseless, for political gain for the president. And he knows full well that it not only offends our sensibilities as a country, it is leading to violence and the taking of lives, as we saw.
All right, listen.
So what do we?
Dude, that's bullshit. First of all, it's all bullshit.
What is bullshit?
Dude, everything he's saying about how and we talked about this in our previous episodes about the shooters. Trump's not responsible for those fucking shootings.
Yeah.
He's not.
But
he
still
says
talked, like you said, we talked about this, and I walked you all the way through
next
this.
link ready.
It's like, do you remember when I walked you to? Can you understand how some people may believe that President Trump's rhetoric has contributed to an uptick in these types of actions and hostile actions against people of color, or specifically,
or couldn't what the guy is you're talking about, that small percentage or whatever you want to talk about, that guy is more fueled by the hatred that he hears from the other side. You can use it on that side.
So listen,
at no point. That makes it no. So at no point does Trump say fucking ever go out there and go fucking shoot up anybody.
No, you know who we need to get on the phone? Paul Hendricks, because I was talking to him the other day. I don't know what we were talking about. We were talking about, there's something about, and I used to do this. Like, as soon as I would feel sick, I would get like a cold or like a tickle in my throat. Like, I'd wake up, like, oh my gosh. And, back in the day, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm getting sick. And then I'd go to work, and then I'd be like, oh, I'm getting sick. And I'd get sicker and sicker. And then next thing I know, next day I got to call out. I'm eating the chicken soup. I'm sick. I've got the flu, and I'm under all the covers. Got the hot water bottle under my legs. What I'm saying is, if you instead, once you get that tickle and you're like, I'm feeling better. I feel great. It's the difference between diminishing returns and positive returns, or something like that. I don't remember what the term was that he said, but there's something about it. So I get it. Like, yelling at white people and telling them they're racist. There was a response to that. Just like, like telling, but there's a reason why these things are being said. It's like, your behavior is unacceptable because other people are now acceptable in society. So you got to share the lanes. It's not just,
haven't we all picked that
HOV.
gays are fine with this society? There are
It's
few
not just
outliers,
gays.
and we're worried
it's not
about
just
them.
gays. It's I'm talking about all other races, and the fact that this is a global economy. This is a global society.
Do you know anyone that's racist and not also homophobic?
This
They probably got all that in them. So it's not like, oh, there's two separate people for this. Well, this guy's sort of homophobic, but this guy's racist.
What is the problem with a gay person?
That's what I'm saying. But what's also the problem with not liking gays? That's what I've always said.
I mean, I guess there's no problem.
I don't like fucking metal music,
listen,
you know?
I don't like metal music either. Okay,
But that's the
one
thing.
thing
There's
we can
nothing wrong
agree
with
on.
not liking it.
But
so you got to tolerate them. I agree with that.
But
That's
listen,
it. What do you want?
When I turn on the TV, I
don't
watch
think
TV,
everyone's fucking equal in my eyes.
There's a commercial with metal in the background.
I'm like, okay.
I got to deal with it.
Yeah.
I deal with it.
We tolerate it.
So you like to watch Harry Met or not? What's the
Me, Myself, and Irene.
Me, Myself, and Irene. And then why
Jim Carrey, man, that guy's the tits. Except
is there
his
a gay
politics
character in that movie? I mean, I'm trying to think of something like what was shit, man.
Come on.
The what was that one with the?
We're like
the
45 minutes in, and we haven't even gotten
and the
into
guy,
the second
the guy and the girl, and they were like trying to get together, but then
We
there
might
was
just
like
go on longer
the
today.
the gay neighbor. You know, but you like loved the show, but you maybe didn't like the gay neighbor, you know, but you still dealt with it, and you didn't write a Yelp about it, or you didn't make a podcast
it was a
about
very
it.
lovely story.
Just
and you tell it so
don't
well.
be offended
Such
by other
enthusiasm.
people's choices. Like we're talking about laws.
This is
We don't
America.
like
The last time I
laws.
checked, if you don't like gays, that's fine. Don't fucking hurt them. You must
Yeah.
fucking treat them as at least a human being, at the very
At
least.
least a human being.
Yeah, treat them like a human being.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that
Treat them-
controversial for me to say?
No.
Okay,
But
treat them like a human
At
being.
least a human being.
And you know, if you don't like them,
Treat
you
them
don't
like
the
your brother.
If
Treat
you
them
don't
like your
listen,
sister.
if
like
you don't
your-
if you don't like their fucking lifestyle, that's on you. But you don't need to make them go, "Oh, I love them." He doesn't have people. I'm saying he because it's probably a fucking dude, but I know that there's some racist chicks out there too. The thing is, it's so small. Everyone accepts gays. All companies support gays by putting rainbows and then cashing in on that on their logos and shit. The Chicago Cubs did that.
Virtue
I heard.
signaling is what that's called.
That's right. Anyways,
they understand
we wanted
their
to get
markets.
dude. We're getting off on a
We-
tangent.
We're in a capitalist society.
Listen,
man. and they.
Do you think Trump though has ever denounced white supremacy? And them,
No,
and
he's
then,
never. As far as anything that I've heard, he has never denounced white supremacy.
Let's go ahead to the tapes.
Okay, it's a gotcha moment.
That stands united in condemning hate and evil in all of its very ugly forms.
We condemn in the strongest possible terms this egregious display of hatred, bigotry, and violence on many sides.
As I said on Saturday, we condemn in the strongest possible terms this egregious display of hatred, bigotry, and violence. It has no place in America. Racism is evil, and those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists,
Boom.
and other hate groups that are repugnant to everything we hold dear as Americans. And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
All right, kill it.
All right. So, what did we learn?
Well,
okay.
How many times does Trump have to denounce racism and white supremacy for y'all to do it?
One time he mentioned them.
But
one time
okay,
he
so he has
mentioned
to
them.
keep mentioning that. Oh,
And then-
like the
and
Pledge
then-
of a fucking Allegiance. You have to go up every day. I
don't-
pledge allegiance
I
to
don't
the
know why-
flag of the United States of America
stop.
and call out white supremacy for which it stands.
This is the thing, Carlos. If we were to listen, if I'm the CEO of a company and then like somebody in my company did something bad.
Let's go to that
and
red
then,
hat one.
And then I go
Daily Wire.
and say, listen, we're so sorry. This guy made a major mistake, but the victim also was partially to blame. You know,
It's called
it's not
Trump
gonna go well.
derangement syndrome. You
No.
have it.
No,
Many
you
people,
have it.
I don't
You
have it.
have it.
Now, let me show you another person who's got a lot of this here. Our next story from the Daily Wire. They are rated on NewsGuard as a conservative website. They do not hide that they're conservative. But you know what? Who's not going to do this? It's like when you go to a specialty store. You want news on this side. you go to Daily Wire, you go to Fox.
Right.
You want news that says shit about the other side, because it's all confirmation bias. I'm not going to sit here and say that this Daily Wire does not confirm my bias.
What you're about to read is an opinion piece.
That's right, an opinion piece.
It's an opinion piece by a Pulitzer Prize-winning female author. She says, "Stop wearing red hats. It's scary." And how many times have I told you, pull it out, dude? That's fine. I caution people to wear them because they are in the minority. And it is a provocative thing.
So this is why you don't like when minorities have power. It seems crazy to me.
I want to protect you from you. Okay?
I don't want you to wear miniskirts, ladies, because there's some dudes out there that will just fucking jump on you and rape you. There's a small group of people.
It's the same logic.
There's a small group of people, believe me. They're coming out there. You drive, you go around, you walk, you have mini skirts, very small. You go over there, and there's a guy out there that will rape you because of that.
Anybody out there that's gonna help me out on this?
Would you tell that woman that she has to not wear that fucking skirt because you know that some dudes are gonna want to fuck her?
No,
that low cut top where her titties are falling out.
Don't take it too far because then I'm gonna think that you're probably a predator. So look, this is the thing. I hope, and this goes back to what I was talking about just a second ago. The negative confirmation, like "Thou shalt not kill," "Thou shalt not covet their neighbor's wife," "Thou shalt not."
Let's get to her quotes
it's like,
here.
"Thou shalt not," "Thou shalt not." Instead it's like, just live. Like, stop telling people to stop killing, because I think there's a lot of people that are like, I better not kill today. And then they're just grabbing their ARs and they're going and killing. So, you know what I'm saying? Thou shalt not lust. Is that one? What are the 10 Commandments?
Dude, I don't give a fuck. All right, let's talk about this woman here. A female author who has been a Pulitzer Prize and National Book Award finalist took Trump derangement syndrome to a whole new level, stating on Twitter that she doesn't want people
Wait. That is not a credible news source if it is written as a so-and-so took Trump derangement syndrome to the next level. That is not a credible.
No, see, I keep trying to tell you
that is not a credible.
There's such thing as Trump derangement syndrome, and you must acknowledge that that's it.
There is not a thing as
if
Trump
Trump came out
syndrome
tomorrow and said he's against fucking oxygen, you guys would stop fucking breathing.
No,
that's how much Trump derangement syndrome
it's not true because he's not that smart. Now, I want to know why he hasn't nuked this hurricane.
Do you know, and I wanted to bring up that story in the last one. That is not an original thing that Donald Trump thought of. That has actually been something that intelligence agencies have been thinking about for a long time and actually contemplating the idea. He throws something out and you guys take it as like that's gospel that he says that.
Can we just
Now, I want to get into that in a second here because
I don't understand. Can we just? We've got the technology.
The thing is, you hear everything he says and you take it to heart. You go, okay. You hear him saying, I'm the second coming of fucking Christ, or the second coming of the chosen one.
I'm the chosen one.
Let's go to that Snopes article. We'll get back to this Daily Wire one in a second. But Snopes here, you go into it and goes, did Donald Trump call himself second coming of God, the chosen one, or the king of Israel? This is on Snopes.com.
Okay, so
it's the fact check.
This
is mostly false.
He did not call himself the second coming. He did not call himself the third one, but he did say, I'm the chosen one.
Most people that are on the left get their news from Occupy Democrats.
I'm the king of Israel. I'm the chosen one. He did not say that.
Guess who shared that? Occupy Democrats shared that. Go to the bottom where we're pointing at. It's this King of Israel. You'll see bullshit. That. You'll see that meme.
I call bullshit.
So it says mostly false here, and then what's true? Let's read what's true on this because Snopes I think Snopes is pretty good. I think they lean to the left. At least that's what my the sources that I read say.
What's true? What does it say?
But hey, you let me fucking do some fucking talking. You're all fucking yapping. Let me get some shit in.
What's true?
Okay, so a brief in a brief during remarks among about I'm reading this all fucked up. Remarks about an ongoing U.S.-China trade war. A U.S.-China.
Donald Trump don't trust China.
Donald Trump said that I'm the chosen one.
This is about the tariffs. What did he say?
And then what's false? Trump's, quote, chosen one aside was mostly tongue-in-cheek, not a sincere profession of any belief in his own messianic status. So he's not... The guy makes jokes all the time. And separately, in a series of tweets, Trump quoted the radio host who claimed Jewish people in Israel admired the U.S. president so greatly that it was as though Trump were the king of Israel or the second coming of Christ. Trump never himself articulated any such belief.
Okay, so let me tell you something. I was listening to this awesome NPR story the other day where they were talking about when like children that are 3 years old are not able to guess what somebody's thinking. You know, like, so there's this farmer, he goes into the field and he's got a sandwich and he puts it down on a hay bale and he's like, "Oh, I got to go get something. I'm going to go and get that thing, but I'm going to leave my sandwich right here on the hay bale," right? And then he walks away. And then the wind blows, and it blows the sandwich down on the ground.
Okay.
And then this other farmer, he walks up, and then he puts his sandwich down on the hay bale, right? And he sees that other sandwich on the ground, you know. But then when the first farmer comes back, which sandwich is he gonna grab? Which one is he?
What the fuck is your point? You do this all the goddamn time. Get to your fucking point.
So what I'm saying
this is why we're at 50 minutes right now, and we haven't talked about two stories.
When he left his sandwich on the hay bale, but his sandwich is now on the ground. Okay, but he's gonna think. He thinks that when I ask which sandwich do you think he's going to grab and think is his,
the one that's not on the ground,
the one that's on the hay bale.
Yeah.
So that skill of knowing what somebody's thinking, man, it's developed after 3 years old. Okay, what I'm saying is there's a bunch of people that are operating with some sort of disorder in their brain where they are not able to figure out what people are thinking,
shit.
and they're just walking in this libertarian dream world where
it's
we can just not have laws and
you're so ridiculous. Every time you think about libertarians, you always do that. Oh, no laws. Dude, the laws we have are fucking fine. Maybe we can amend some of them, but listen, it's so crazy you think that it's always no law. You'd love the fucking libertarian lifestyle. You don't want all these restrictions on you, and it's not like the ones that are going to be harsher on somebody else are going to...
Maybe we just need to make everybody drink some Claw.
You might be right. Let's get back into this Daily Wire story here. Rebecca McKay wrote, "Is anyone really uncomfortable these days by anyone wearing any kind of red baseball cap? Like, I see one and my heart does weird shit, and then I finally realize that it only says Titleist or whatever. Maybe don't wear red caps anymore, normal people." Did you notice my hat is actually not a MAGA cap?
Oh, what is that? It's a Thunderbird hat.
This says Boston in the back, and it's this is an espresso machine company called Victoria Arduino. They made a fucking hat that's white like this, and you thought that it was a red cap. Now, somebody walking by would see this and make... The thing is, they'd see it.
I would double look.
They'd see it and they go, "Oh, they thought that there was a mega cap at first," and they go, "Oh, that's not."
But I can
but
tell
it makes you feel something, right?
That's not the right red. That's not the right red. I think he patented his own red.
No, this is pretty much like my other
it's
my
Chinese
MAGA
flag
cap.
red is what he uses in his MAGA hats.
She goes on and says, "Also, for the love of God, the clever folks wearing Make America Read Again or whatever caps. No, you're making everyone scared. Don't do it. If you're here to be contrary, an equivalent here would be Western Hindus choosing not to use the swastika symbol in public, despite it being sacred to their faith because it would offend or frighten people. The red hat has become a symbol of hate because of how its wearers act." It is so fucking crazy. You need therapy. If you think this way, if you see a red cap,
look,
and you feel like your world is crumbling, you need therapy. If you see a red hat, if you see a red hat and you have a panic attack, you need therapy. If you go through your life feeling stress and anxiety, you need therapy. If you feel that nothing is right in the world and you feel like punching or kicking that person wearing a red hat, you need fucking therapy.
Okay, but look,
it's fucking crazy.
I agree. I agree with everything that you say.
Thank you.
However, you know what we need? We need a single-payer healthcare system to pay for the therapy.
We don't need fucking government to be involved in our healthcare.
I will agree that everybody that wants to punch somebody wearing a MAGA hat needs therapy, but I need you to agree to pay for it. Will you agree to pay for it?
Bridget Borick says, I just hope I said that right. It says, hashtag make America not embarrassing again. How about that? And Todd Michael says they can't afford therapy.
Yeah. I mean, listen, they're Democrats. They probably are creatives, and they busk for a living, you know? Who knows what people do to make a living? I mean, listen. Any of you guys, when I wore this out there, did you start feeling like, oh, that guy is like a hateful racist, knowing that I'm a Filipino man, half Filipino, but I'm mostly Filipino than anything else. And my mom speaks fucking fully Tagalog. Actually, she grew me up as an American. Full into Tagalog?
Full-blown Tagalog.
Tagalog?
Tagalog.
Tagalog?
Okay.
Tagalog?
It spells Tagalog. But
Do you speak any Tagalog?
Eric, I don't. I do speak some. I know some of the words. I went and my cousin was getting a baptism for her son. I didn't go to the actual baptism, but I ended up there afterwards, and there was just tons of fucking Filipinos there, fucking, you know, talking. And sometimes I catch a word or two because they'll put English words in there, and they'll be like, soft sea ice cream, the computer, the camera is pointed at you. You know, that's how they talk.
Awesome.
And sometimes I get those when they actually say something.
Right. You're like, okay, like maybe it connects a dot so you know what they're talking about.
Todd Michael says racist. Am I a racist or?
Well, I don't know.
Have him call into the show.
Come on, call in. You have the number right down there.
It's like I'm half you know, Texan Mexican and then half Anglo mutt.
Let's get to funny videos after
this. So it's like I can do both the accent. There ain't no accent from my dad's family. They're just from Maryland and Pennsylvania. My mother's family is like a Brownsville or an El Paso accent or maybe a San Antonio accent. And so I don't know. I think you can do it. The problem is you don't speak any of the language.
I definitely fit in the POC category, really just based on my mother being an immigrant.
I think you did
but she lived the American dream. She came out here. She became American.
What you just did was a real portrayal of what we would have heard. You know, if we were listening to a cousin of yours talking to you, and right. You know, like you didn't do a caricature.
Actually,
that would have been racist. I don't know why I'm trying to defend you on this. I don't think he was being racist.
All right, let's go into funny videos.
Funny videos. What do we got going on?
First of all, before we get into funny videos, we learned something today.
What did we learn?
We talked about all sorts of stuff. First of all, we did talk about that straight pride parade. We don't want to get into a tangent, but is it okay for a straight pride parade to happen? Straight pride parade to happen?
Yes, and I would like to see a different type, like not a counter protest, but hey, yes, it's fine. Be proud of being straight.
Okay, stop. Okay,
don't hate.
Let's move on. Now,
there doesn't need to be hate on either side.
I was going to mention in this Breitbart thing about asking Beto about the white supremacy thing on Trump that he actually got kicked out of that, and then they fought. Okay, no, he shouldn't have. But we talked about that and Trump denouncing white supremacists. Did you finally get to hear Trump denounce white supremacy, and did that suffice at all for you?
No, dude, because you can't. I mean,
Bridget says no.
Yeah, he did not denounce. He has never truly
So
denounced.
when the president goes up and all those ones we watched, by the way, all those things that he said on that, it wasn't in front of the Rose Garden. It was on a fucking podium
there was
that
one
had
that
the
was,
seal of America.
No. There was one that was during the State of the Union, but that was the one where he denounced everybody, and then they cut it. They conveniently cut it. If you were to go to the real clip, I'm pretty sure he once again says, and also there's other groups, blah blah blah, and we don't have time to go.
Yes, we do.
We don't have time.
You want me to show you the videos? The thing is, you always take that one little video out of context.
I'm saying you're showing me a montage of a bunch of clips.
The last fucking 5 episodes. The last 5 episodes. I've put this link on here.
Listen when I tell you. Every single time.
You listen now.
And I'll tell you later. Anytime that he has said something that sounds great, he does but I'm going to totally let you down.
So we didn't find any common ground on that.
No,
that's fine.
There's no
It happens. We also talked about...
He's a racist piece of shit.
That's it. We didn't talk about anything freaking else. We had the first vape-related death reported.
Yeah,
I think
stop vaping, people. Just smoke cigarettes or stop.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about quitting. I'm thinking about quitting cigarettes. I smoke cigarettes. I'm gonna quit. Oh, Mom, I quit a long time ago. I don't smoke cigarettes.
And I had this emotional support horse that was allowed on a plane. I thought we could talk about that because that was one of the first topics that we were going to talk about on the program when Jimmy joined. But let's get to some funny videos.
Okay,
we're gonna do let's do 3 of them before we got to get out of here.
We got to get out of here, and then next week, 10 o'clock, right?
10 o'clock at Channel 10.
Channel 10. Also, same stream.
We'll try to get that going.
The stream will be up.
Here's a funny video. It's Du Hast cover by some sort of Iceland band called Los, and that's why I caught it because it said my name. Los Colorados. What does that say?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, pop it on.
Let's see this.
Make it big if you can.
I'd rather not save the resources.
Yeah.
That's right, y'all.
Du hast mich. Du hast. Du hast mich. Du hast mich.
I can't do the whole thing.
All right. Anyways, go to the very bottom one and start. No.
Bridget says, "What in the actual fuck is this?"
Yeah, let's go to that Mormon rap. I think you'll like this one here.
I do love that song, and I love versions of it.
I think that shit's so fun. Oh no, that one. Yeah, that one is. We got to definitely play this one. All right, so play this one here. This one's called Hate Speech here, and this one's really fucked up.
Okay, you have to see this. This is Finn. We're about to show. Oh my goodness, take a look at him. He's a resident of the Oklahoma City Zoo, and this week the zoo's 8th caretaker took over their Instagram, and we are all loving that they did. And as you can see, Finn was fascinated.
Definitely ready for his close-up.
Kind of looks like you. We didn't take a picture of it.
It kind of does, actually. Yeah.
Stop.
Important message from you.
Did you hear what she just said? Sort of looks like you, and he goes, "Yeah, I guess it does." All right, now keep playing. Oops. We're still getting used to this new
Jason
stuff.
Hackett. I'm here this morning because I want to apologize, not only to my co-anchor, Jason, but to our entire community. I said something yesterday that was inconsiderate,
It was inappropriate, and I hurt people. And I want you to know I understand how much I hurt you out there and how much I hurt you. I love you so much, and you have been one of my best friends for the past year and a half, and I would never do anything on purpose to hurt you. And I love our community.
All right, go to the Mormon rap.
And I
one
want
up
you
this
all
one.
to know.
Okay, hold on,
from the
real quick.
bottom of my
yeah, you can
heart.
pretty much
Pause
stop
it.
it.
Pause it. Okay,
Stop her.
listen. Do you think he believes her?
Well, do you think that she even meant it as that in the first place?
Let me just tell you.
If something,
Let me hold on.
Can
Let me
you
just
zoom in on this guy's face for a moment?
Can you zoom in on my face real quick? Because listen, if in today's society, in 2019, if you think that it's ever funny, if you think it's ever funny to sit there right next to your black friend, supposed best black friend for the last year and a half, and then equate him with the chimpanzee or a little baby gorilla.
You're losing your audience here, dude.
You are gravely mistaken. You are gravely mistaken. You do not go, hey, Tyrone. That's even an asshole thing that I just did. Like, just assuming that Tyrone is a black person's name.
Well, hang
Let's
on,
say,
hang on.
hey,
dude.
hey, you, let's Wesley Snipes, my friend,
He's
my
the
best
blackest
friend
man in the world.
He's my black friend. He's a black person.
All right, come on, let's go.
You look like that monkey. No, that's a bad idea. Don't do it.
You're too funny.
If you want to be friends with Wesley Snipes after
Next
that.
one. This one's called The Mormon Rap. I titled these The Mormon Rap. I find these, I curate them. I think you're going to love this one here.
Mormon Rap?
The Mormon Rap. Listen closely.
Is she on
Here we go.
Rumspringa?
She's pretty, dude.
Is she on Rumspringa?
Oh, Lord. Eric says racist. That must be in what we were talking about before. But check this out, y'all. You're going to love this one.
I've read the family proclamation, got a patriarchal blessing. Heck, I even survived teaching a primary lesson. Read the Book of Mormon twice, went to girls' camp Rice. You know I felt that evil girl, it's as cold as ice. I almost died fasting, I paid a full tithing. And boy, you bet to believe I got all them blessings. I babysat for 5 hours, was only paid $4. I brought in 3 temple names. I've done 2 service projects, but I've never seen one good boy quite like you. And I've never seen a church where it's tied like you. And I heard you're gonna go on a mission soon, so let me tell you all the things that I like about you. Hey, I like that Book of Mormon vibe. I like it when you follow all the standards outlined in the strength of youth. When you hold that priesthood power and you
Man,
don't
I kinda dig this, Jimmy.
abuse it. When you open the door,
I'd
keep
bump
yourself
this
pure.
in the ride.
That testimony you bore, I about fell onto the floor. Love that wavy hair, boy. Put that ring right there, boy. Cause you're the best dang thing that's ever happened to me since 2-hour church, boy. When you walk into seminary, keep your pretty mouth clean. Only watching movies, keep it PG-13. Hey, and you can baptize me any day you want to. I like that button-up shirt. I like it white
All right,
too.
all right.
And if
No,
you know
let's
the
let it go, man.
PKs
I'm
and you
digging
want
this,
some
Jimmy.
cheesy romance and you're down to hold my hand and let's go.
Wait for it. Man, Jimmy. You didn't
All
like that?
No.
You didn't like that, Jimmy?
Let me tell you this.
Dude, that was pretty fucking sick.
What's that now?
Los, that was a good. I'm gonna
Have you
actually
ever
gonna make a copy.
You
of
ever
that.
dated a Mormon girl?
Dude,
yeah, I have
my
actually.
neighbor
They're
is
pretty
a
dirty
Mormon.
girls, man.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing.
Let me
but
tell
my
you
neighbor
this.
is a Mormon.
All right, let's go to that bottom one. I want to break free. I want to save the last one for the best for last here. But here's one called I Want to Break Free. It starts at 1 minute here on this video.
I need you to stall for like 8 seconds.
All right. So seems like it comes from like an American Idol style show that's definitely not from America. And a man that's going to sing, he wants to break free, you know, I want to break free.
I don't know the
I
song.
want to break free.
Who's the singer?
I don't know. I don't give a fuck. This is just a funny video. Check it out.
Ahí está, le ponemos él. Mira, bien. Ya está. Acá dice
He's
él.
not. It's an
Y ahora
English
vos vas a
song.
poner
though.
cuánto cantaste, no
A
lo
song
sabe nadie.
that's in English.
Dale el marcador, dale el fibrón.
Okay.
Ahí está.
This guy's gonna kill it too.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, you said a minute.
Que no lo vea nadie. A ver cuánto canta. Canta y cuando quieras.
Look at
There
this
you
guy
go.
with his
There he
mustache.
goes.
Beautiful
Yeah.
mustache, by the
Hell
way.
yeah.
There it is.
Del 1 al 10, ¿cuánto canta?
Oh yeah, I know the song.
Uy, uy, uy.
Uy, uy, uy.
It's a Queen song, and he
Oh,
looks
it is
like.
a quiz song. Yeah, that's right.
Uy, uy, uy.
Did he miss the intro?
I don't know.
I want to be free.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
¿Cuánto canta del 1 al 10?
Vamos a ver.
Turn that up if you can.
Lo que importa es la coincidencia.
Sing it, Freddie.
He does have a Freddy mustache
Yeah.
almost, right?
I want to help him.
All right. All right, let's go to that woman punches herself. Two more.
Is that a special dude? I mean,
Woman punches herself.
I don't know if I can be laughing.
These were. He sounded like Kermit for sure. Eric says.
I mean, it was quite a build-up. Like he waited. I feel like he waited one verse too long. You know. So.
All right, here's one called "Woman Punches Herself."
So if I place your hand under
She's
anesthetics,
Pause for a second.
your brain will actually feel.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah. No. Scale 1 to 10 on what? What was the question?
On a scale of 1 to 10, this woman right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, am I
Decimals
attracted
too?
to her?
man.
1 to 10, that's right.
Okay, let me tell you this. I'm not into brunettes, but she's a woman of power. She's running some sort of lecture. If I'm sitting in the front row or second or third, and she makes eye contact with me, I am definitely raising my eyebrows. And I'm hoping that maybe we do get some time at the social, and I'm going to
Keep playing that
invite
video.
her to someplace outside of the conference.
Feel the scratching. You will actually
Get the mouse
feel
out of the way. Oh, there you go.
Just think about
It
the
doesn't pick it
violence being produced every day, everything you watch.
Whoa. Keep
about
going. Let it keep going.
It makes you
Like a
watching
pro.
that part of it. It makes you more susceptible to
Keep it going.
violence. I want to live in a place of harmony. They will stand there and keep their arm stretched out no matter what the difficulties are and say, I want peace because I need it. Not because of you, because I want it, I need it.
Go back to her hitting herself.
Brilliant. She's brilliant.
Can you go back to her hitting herself?
She's messing with group think. Like, listen, man.
Watch her hit herself again.
Produced every day, everything you watch.
And then she doesn't even mention it and goes right back to it.
I'm confused, 270.
Every single person is now listening
What's
to
up, Michael?
every
2E, my man.
single word that she is saying. That is brilliant. That is brilliant.
All right, go to the fried mouse there.
Now, you might think she's crazy. Right? You might think she's crazy, but she's not.
Oh, it's gone already?
And then And then so
type it in somewhere. Oh man, that was because it got deleted in that. Jesus, Murphy.
Hey, good to see you, Tui. I mean, look, like, am I right? Like those. Have you ever been in a conference where you're sitting there and you're listening to somebody talking, and it is boring as shit, and you're like, I gotta stay here. My boss is like 2 rows over. I can't walk out of here, and so you're stuck, and that is amazing. Like, she pretended to punch herself. Like, she didn't really punch herself.
Eric says Jimmy's kind of gal. She's crazy because I heard nothing she said after that. All right. That's the video. All right. I think Mr. Hardhat's got the video.
We got it. Oh, what happened?
No, it moved over.
Oh, you got it. There it is. Okay.
Yeah, this is it. So this happened at Burger King in Bastrop.
No, this is a Whataburger.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, there's the mouse.
Whataburger.
There it is. Oh, it's right by the curly fries.
Oh, dude. This is going to be bad. Whataburger don't have curly fries.
So homegirl's going to try to fucking pick it up.
Bro.
Is everybody that afraid of it?
Oh, it jumps right in the fryer. That guy.
Look, it hopped right into
that
the
guy
fire.
stands right in front of
He's like, what do I do? Holy fuck, what a way to die, though.
Well, I mean, listen.
New oil in that fryer,
Yeah,
though.
that's
Looks
what you
nice and
do.
clean in there.
The right thing to do.
Holy shit.
You pull the mouse out. You drain the grease traps.
Clean the fuck out of it.
And you clean that shit. And then you
get
fill
back
it
on.
back up and you get back to going. Because, listen, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something right now. Can I just have a moment? Let me tell you.
Jimmy's Corner.
There's a lot of people out there that are hurting. And, you know, I'm not one of those guys. I don't realize that I'm one of those guys until sometime, like last night. I was like, man, I'm kind of hungry. But I called 888, and it was an hour and a half wait for some takeout. You know, I'm a single dude. You know, I just want a meal for one.
Today?
Yesterday.
And
then I was like, Thai Fresh, and they're like, it's an hour, and we don't have any tables, all reservations tonight. It was like holiday weekend. I don't know what was going on. So then I was like, oh, all right, I'll head west or east, and I'll go to Cane's and get some chicken fingers.
Hell yeah.
So I got some. I wanted the box, the four piece, the coleslaw and a toast, and then I was like, okay, but just add a toast and add a sauce. She says okay. And then when I get to the window, I tell him, hey, just I tried to wave at her, but she didn't see me because she went straight to her cell phone. But 2 cars behind me, she didn't close her gas cap.
Okay.
So can you tell them about the gas cap?
Yeah.
Can you?
Of course.
2 cars, and they were like, "Where's the record scratch?" They were like,
Jesus, Murphy.
What do you mean she's got a gas cap hanging out?
You want a piece of this?
I was like, her gas. She
Pulled
filled her
out the
gas.
knife, was like,
she
the fuck you say,
undid the gas cap.
motherfucker?
She filled the shit.
What the fuck?
And then she didn't put the gas cap back on. It's just hanging. Can you check that shit? So anyway, do the music again. So that trauma just like fucked them up. And so not only did I get a 4-piece with a Texas toast and
and 2 sauces. I asked for 2 sauces, so I got 2 sauces. I didn't get a coleslaw, but I also got a 5-piece with no Texas toast, no coleslaw, and 1 sauce. So what I'm saying is, don't try and do good unless you're ready for the bad. That's what I want to leave everybody with.
Jesus, Murphy. Jimmy gets on his tangents. What do you guys think about this guy? How are we gonna do an hour next week? Like
we did 2.
We're doing an hour right now. We're at an hour and 22 minutes.
Yeah.
And you just go on your tangents. I had like 10 stories. We got through 2 of them because you go on your goddamn tangents. How can we get you to get to your point quicker?
Does anybody really want me to focus?
I want him to focus.
No.
We had some good stuff to talk about today. Like, definitely you need therapy. If you see a red hat with white lettering on it and you think you get some sort of feeling in you, you need therapy. It doesn't matter what that, if it means that your world is crumbling, you need therapy. If it makes you feel unsafe, get some therapy. It's I care about you guys out there.
You got to pay for it. And then also
go online. When I wanted to learn how to fucking do fractions, I went on YouTube. There's probably some fucking video out there that's like, let me tell you about what's going on with you. And there's probably someone talking, and it's a doctor, and you get free therapy online YouTube.
But it's
you're not using all your resources.
When you wear that hat, people see you as a flat earther. They see you as a climate change denier. They see you as I don't want to educate the children. I don't want to
who doesn't want to educate the children?
Do any of
who
the
do you know out
right
there that's
things.
like, yeah, I'd rather kids not go to school at all. Fuck that shit. Like, nobody. You can even try to use a southern twang to make it sound like only those backwards fucking hicks are like, yeah, man, I just don't even want my kids to go to school because it's all left-wing propaganda, son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's what's going on right now.
You
They're
are
like,
so
well, the left wing is educating my children, so I'm going to do it from
Neil
home.
Anderson says, listen to Jordan Peterson. He's absolutely fucking right. Do you ever listen to Jordan Peterson?
Who's Jordan
Yeah,
Peterson?
I don't listen to him because I don't listen. We're with you there. We got
Neil,
Larry Blues Hicks says, "What's up with
Los
having to
need
wear
to
a
talk."
little uniform, red hats, next armbands?" Fuck you. That's not how it fucking works. Are you trying to insinuate that fucking red? Yeah, look at this fucking cocksucker says this. What's up with having to wear a little uniform, red hats, next red armbands?
Don't call our listeners cocksuckers.
Fuck off.
No, we want them to listen whether
if
you like it or not.
if they have something that like contradicts, like have them call
Susie Bannon
our
says,
phone
listen
number.
to Jordan Peterson. He's a hack. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
He's a hack. He's a
so
college
so
professor.
give us a call. Give us a call.
Of what college? Is it Trump University? So look.
Trump University. Fuck off, dude. You are so fucking TDS. It's crazy.
Next Monday, you can tune in at 10 o'clock. We will be going live at Channel 10. And
Fingers crossed on Facebook and YouTube,
and
wherever
Facebook,
you guys are
YouTube,
watching us right now.
Wherever you're watching us right now. So tune in. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Oh, are you trying to end the show?
Are we ending?
I wasn't ready.
What do you want?
I started getting into a tangent myself.
I know you were, but I was getting you out of it.
Like I said, you guys, you see a red hat, it's got white lettering, and you feel like punching or kicking that person, or you feel like nothing's right in the world. If you go through life feeling stress and anxiety, you need therapy. Take care of your shit. And pick up that shit. Put it in a backpack, shit.
Both sides.
Take it to therapy, that shit.
Just
There's something wrong with you.
Stay in your lane. Don't bother other people, there's no need to
sometimes
provoke.
Jimmy and I... There's
no need to provoke.
Then don't wear those low-cut shirts, because there are some guys out there that might just try to pull and
That
rape
is
you.
not provocative. Somebody can wear something.
If you don't see the comparison between
Are you telling me somebody wearing yoga pants is just like asking for it? No, they're not.
Neither is somebody wearing a red
now,
hat.
Don't get me started. A man invented yoga pants as a joke. I will
as a
agree.
joke,
Yeah,
Jimmy?
as a
As a
joke.
joke?
Yeah, it's like you know what? I like looking at butts. I like looking at front butts. And
Anyways.
I'm gonna invent these things called yoga pants.
That's right.
That's right.